Muslims, wallahi, it's time that we wake up. Right now, the entire internet is having a meltdown, trying to figure out, is Netanyahu alive or is he dead? Every other post that you see on social media is someone who's taken the videos from the Israeli government, found the AI defects, for example, his 6 fingers, posted a video about it, saying that this must mean that he is dead. And this has gathered millions of views all over the world, and it's sent ripples through society. It's all anyone could speak about, to the point where even the biggest news outlets have gotten involved, people like the BBC and so on and so forth. But how many of us took a step back and thought, could this be a distraction? Now, for me to explain what I mean, I'm going to tell you of a story in the Qur'an which has striking similarities to what is happening today. Allah tells us about a group of youth in the Qur'an who fled an extremely corrupt society that was run by an extremely tyrannical king. And this king was out to kill these youth because they rejected the corruption of that king and that society. And so they were essentially exiled from their land without any choice. And they found a cave far away, which they went in and they sought refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they raised their hands to the sky and they asked Allah for help and protection. And so Allah caused them to sleep for more than 300 years. Now, where am I going with this? When these youth woke up, they essentially sent one of them back to the land with some coins so that they can essentially buy some food because they were hungry. They had no idea they slept for that long. And so when they went to that land 300 years later, and the people saw they had old coins and they were wearing old clothes and they didn't know who they were or where they came from, they realized that this was a miracle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the whole society was shook. Absolute miracle unfolded right before their eyes. After it became clear to the entire society that these sleepers were a living miracle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a proof that He is the truth, very soon after, the people started to bicker and argue and dispute. And Allah captures this in the Qur'an. سيقولون ثلاثة رابعهم كلبهم ويقولون خمسة سادسهم كلبهم رجما بالغيب ويقولون سبعة وثامنهم كلبهم قل ربي أعلم بعدتهم. They will say that there was 3 sleepers in the cave and the dog was the 4th. And other people will argue and say, no, there were 5 and the dog was the 6th. And other people will say, no, there were 7 and the dog was the 8th. And so they started arguing about the number of people in the cave, forgetting the fact that these people are an actual evidence, a proof of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the point that I want to get at here. Just like the people forgot the fact that the people of the cave were a living proof that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala exists, a living evidence that Allah is the truth, and they started bickering about their numbers and how much they were. Likewise, we've got involved in the nitty-gritty details, trying to figure out if Netanyahu is dead or alive, which in the grand scheme of things doesn't mean anything, when recently the news came out of the Epstein files that this entire world, society, is designed and run by a bunch of pedophiles, murderers, Satan worshippers. Instead of focusing on how we can fix this massive corruption, this mass corruption that we see in the world, we're focusing on AI-generated videos, which could very well be a setup and a distraction in the first place. They know what they're doing. So as Muslims, people who carry the truth, we need to sit down and focus and snap out of it. We need to think to ourselves, we are being run by terrible, terrible people. How can we unite as Muslims and bring justice to this world through the truth, through the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How can we eliminate these problems? It starts by snapping out of these small little things that we're arguing about. And it doesn't just stop at Netanyahu being dead or alive, by the way. There are Muslims right now that argue whether they should put their hands here or here. There's Muslims that argue about the smallest of things. We have Muslims attacking Muslims in the social media space right now as we speak. We have masjids attacking masjids in communities. This all needs to stop. Unity is so incredibly important. Listen to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Qur'an. وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ وَلَا تَنَازَعُوا فَتَفْشَلُوا وَتَذْهَبَ رِيحُكُمْ وَاصْبِرُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ مَعَ الصَّابِرِينَ. Obey Allah and His Messenger and do not dispute with one another. Do not disunite. Because if you do so, you're going to lose your courage. You're going to lose your strength. You're going to become weak. And this, I'm afraid to say, is exactly what's happening today. Because we argue with each other, we attack each other. You open the comment section of any Islamic creator, you find Muslims attacking Muslims, even attacking the creator of the video themselves. And now we're arguing whether or not Netanyahu is dead or alive. What's wrong with us? What is wrong with us? We need to focus on the bigger picture. These elites, these evil people, are destroying society and leading multitudes to the hellfire. When are we going to wake up and realize that we have the truth? We have something that can fix this, remove this oppression, and take people in multitudes to Jannah. And so we need to stop focusing on the little things like the people of the cave and focus on the bigger picture with each other and to unite. Unity is so incredibly important. But not just unity, knowledge as well. Seeking knowledge is incredibly important. Because a lot of those people who attack other Muslims, attack each other, these mosque communities around the world, mosques attacking each other, all the disunity you see amongst the Muslims boils down to one common denominator. And that is ignorance. There has never been a time amongst the Ummah, from its beginning all the way until now, where ignorance has been so widespread. Misinformation is so widespread. With AI giving you different hallucinations, with people making videos about their own interpretations, there has never been a time, a desperate need for people to go back to the scholars and for people to seek knowledge the traditional way, just as the Prophet taught the companions who taught the Tabi'een all the way until today. And so to keep this video nice and short, snap out of the distraction and realize that there's a greater evil that we need to fight. And so we need to do two things. Number one, unite. And number two, seek knowledge the traditional way from the scholars, from the teachers. Learn about Islam so that you know how to act, how to carry yourself, where the differences are so you can be more lenient with your brothers and sisters. And inshallah, together we can build an ummah that has turned back to Allah, just as the people of the cave turned back to Allah. And we can see great justice on earth once again, inshallah ta'ala.